Have you ever noticed how everything meaningful in life requires some form of struggle? The athlete endures muscle failure to grow stronger. The butterfly must struggle out of its chrysalis to develop its wings. Even a seed must crack open and push through dirt before it can reach the sun. Yet somehow, we've convinced ourselves that our growth should be painless. That discomfort is something to be avoided rather than embraced. Today, I want to challenge that belief and show you why the very discomfort you're trying to escape might be exactly what you need to transform your life. Part 1. The Comfort Paradox. We're wired to seek comfort. Our brains evolved in environments of scarcity, where conserving energy meant survival, but we no longer live in that world. Here's the paradox. The same comfort we chase is often what keeps us trapped. Think about it. Have your most significant periods of growth happened when you were comfortable, or when you were challenged, even struggling? Psychologists call this concept optimal anxiety, or the stretch zone, the sweet spot between your comfort zone and panic zone where real development happens. Too little stress, and you stagnate. Too much, and you break down. But the right amount, that's where transformation lives. Part 2. The Science of Productive Discomfort. This isn't just motivational talk, it's biology. When muscles experience the microtears of resistance training, they rebuild stronger than before. When neurons face the challenge of learning something new, they form stronger connections. Researchers call this neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. But these connections don't form while you're comfortable. They form when you're struggling, making mistakes, and yes, experiencing that uncomfortable feeling of not quite knowing what you're doing. The same principle applies psychologically. Studies show that people who overcome moderate adversity develop greater resilience, emotional regulation, and problem-solving skills than those who face either no challenges or overwhelming ones. In other words, the right kind of struggle doesn't just make you stronger, it fundamentally changes who you are and what you're capable of. Part 3. Reframing discomfort as data. Here's where most of us get it wrong. We interpret discomfort as a sign to stop, when often it's a sign that we're exactly where we need to be. What if, instead of seeing discomfort as something to avoid, you saw it as data, valuable information telling you something important about your growth edge? Not all discomfort is created equal. There's the discomfort of growth pain, the productive struggle of pushing your capabilities. Warning pain, your body or mind telling you something's wrong. Chronic pain, sustained suffering that needs addressing. Voice, the key is learning to distinguish between them. Growth pain has purpose. It's connected to something meaningful, it's temporary, and there's progress on the other side. When you learn to recognize it, you can lean into it, rather than run from it. Part 4. Real-world examples. Let's look at how this plays out in real life. Example 1. Career transition. Meet Sarah, who spent 10 years in a stable but unfulfilling corporate job. When she decided to switch careers, she faced months of being a beginner again, making mistakes, feeling incompetent, questioning her decision. That discomfort was unbearable at times. Today, 3 years later, she calls it the best decision she ever made. Example 2. Relationship growth. Or, consider relationships. The couples who grow together aren't the ones who avoid difficult conversations. They're the ones who lean into them, who are willing to experience the discomfort of vulnerability, of being wrong, of changing together. Example 3. Personal development. Even in personal development, the breakthroughs rarely come during comfortable times. They come when you're challenged, when your assumptions are questioned, when you're forced to see yourself clearly, which, let's be honest, isn't always a pleasant experience. In each case, the discomfort wasn't a bug, it was a feature. The essential catalyst for something better on the other side. Part 5. Practical strategies for embracing productive discomfort. So how do we get better at embracing the discomfort that leads to growth? Here are 4 practical strategies. Strategy 1. The 5-second rule of discomfort. When facing growth discomfort, don't wait for motivation. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move immediately. This bypasses your brain's protective mechanisms that want to keep you safe and comfortable. Strategy 2. Discomfort calibration. Rate your discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10. Aim to regularly operate in the 6 to 7 range, challenging enough for growth, but not so difficult you shut down. This helps you objectively assess whether you're stretching enough or need recovery. Strategy 3. The growth portfolio. Just like a financial portfolio, diversify your growth. Don't try to grow in every area simultaneously, that's a recipe for burnout. Instead, intentionally choose 2 to 3 areas for focused growth while maintaining others. Strategy 4. Celebration ritual. Create a ritual to acknowledge when you've embraced growth discomfort. This builds a positive association with the very thing most people avoid, making you more likely to seek it out again. Remember, the goal isn't to be uncomfortable all the time. It's to recognize which discomforts are worth embracing, because they're connected to your deeper values and growth. Part 6. The paradox of resilience. There's a beautiful paradox here. The more you willingly embrace necessary discomfort, the less power discomfort has over you. You become more resilient, more adaptable, more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. This is why some people seem unshakable, not because they never experience difficulties, but because they've developed the capacity to face them. They understand that growth hurts, and that's precisely why it works. In a world obsessed with quick fixes and painless solutions, remember this: everything valuable in life exists on the other side of difficult. Your strength, your wisdom, your capacity for joy, all of it comes through, not despite, the challenges you face. Conclusion. Say. So the next time you feel that resistance, that voice telling you to retreat to comfort, ask yourself, what if this discomfort isn't something to escape? What if it's the very thing that will help you become who you're meant to be? Growth hurts. That's not a design flaw. It's how the process works. The question isn't whether you'll experience discomfort on your journey. The question is whether you'll let it stop you or use it to propel you forward. I'd love to know, what uncomfortable growth are you currently navigating? Or what growth have you been avoiding because of the discomfort involved? Share in the comments below. Let's learn from each other's journeys. If this resonated with you, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss future videos on resilience, growth, and living more intentionally. And if you know someone who needs this message right now, share it with them. Sometimes the right message at the right time can make all the difference. Until next time, remember, growth hurts, that's why it works.